Hello everyone, I'm excited to be live streaming today. We are going to put the live in live stream chat. Yesterday I worked on creating the UI for being able to chat and things, and I was just about to get to the actual real-time thing when I had to go to a meeting, and then I mowed my lawn yesterday for the last time of the season. Normally don't mow in November, but just weird things and whatever. And it took forever to mow because the grass is super long. It was, yeah, I'm sore. But yeah, so I wasn't able to stream yesterday afternoon, streaming this morning, and I can continue with the real-time piece of the real-time chat. So yesterday, as I was wrapping up, I was exploring, okay, so here are things I can reference and stuff. Ryan tweeted something that was a real-time implementation of something. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll just do something similar. I have done real-time in the past, and I've done it even with Remix. But yeah, nice to have something to reference. And he had this cool abstraction called event stream that I wanted to use to simplify some of this. And I couldn't find an actual implementation of event streams. So this fine person posted a link to a gist that Ryan made. So that is what we're going to be using today to implement some of the server-side event stream stuff. And so with that, keep in mind that I ignore YouTube chat and only chat here in Discord for moderation reasons primarily. So feel free to join the link in the description. Okay, so let's open up Rocket Rental and get this thing rocking. Let's also open up Centered so we can center ourselves and focus on stuff. And there we go. Implement real-time chat. Play. Okay, let's do this. Yes, let's do this indeed. And, you know, it occurs to me that I want to invite folks to hang out with me. So I don't know why there's a KCD group there. I should probably talk to them. It's EpicWeb.dev. How do I share this? I want to tweet this or like share a link to this. Here we go. Boom. All right, I'll just stick it in here. So join the centered group and let's get work done together. Okay, get this up and running. Oops. I wonder why it takes so long to get started. It's probably, I don't know why it would take so long. Like the remix piece is pretty quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I wonder what is it that's taking so long to actually get rolling. Oh well. Anyway, so we'll go to Cody. We've got our chats, and here's a chat between me, Cody, and Bob. We'll go to localhost here and go to Bob's chats. Boom. All right, we're on the same chat. Good morning. And that works, and we come over here, and there it is. Sweet. Optimistic UI and stuff can make this feel a lot faster, and then also we will be doing real time. So, okay, cool. So, and actually, you know what? Probably would be helpful to pull up the code samples that Ryan had posted to demonstrate this. I think I'm going too far. Yeah, I don't think it's quite that far. Where is it? I think it's maybe, yep, here it is. So first makes an event emitter in a special file. Then he has an action. So our action will be in the chat ID right here. We'll do this await thing, and then to do emit event to other users in the chat. Yep. Yeah, we'll make a new file for that. And then we'll make a new file for the loader for the event emitter, and then utilities stuff. So let's start with the new event emitter thing. So chat server TS. And this is going to be just basically copy this event emitter from events and export emitter from new event emitter. Okay. Or import event emitter, not from stream, but events. And then this is going to be our export const chat emitter new event emitter. What does he call it? Just emitter. Yeah, I probably, there may be other real-time things and in this app, and I'd probably want different event emitters for those real-time things. So chat emitter is a good one. Okay, and then we've got the events that can happen. Eventually we could have like edit and delete and stuff like that. In either of those cases, so we've got to actually think about this for a second. So the way that Ryan does this is he has this revalidator thing, this use revalidator thing. I'm pretty sure he's using, I'm not sure. Somebody asked, like, yeah, is this published or in experimentally saying, oh, it's shipped a long time ago. And he's like, even the revalidation, yeah, I do this, yeah, this trick. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Because otherwise, there is a way to, in React Router, there's a use revalidator. He is doing this little trick, which that's a way to do it. There would be a to-do here that says implement revalidator or rewrite this to use revalidator when React Router when remixes or when React Routering remix is finished. So we'll just do the same thing. Yeah, yeah, that works just fine. Okay, so let's make a util here. Use revalidator TS, and then here in our root we're going to put that. And to do, swap this with React routers, use revalidator when use revalidator when remix adds support for it. And this is complaining about exhaustive depths. Ryan, what are you hiding? Pretty sure we can do this and be safe, because I'm pretty sure. All right, let's just dive in here really quick. I'm pretty confident that's memoized. Submit. Use submit and bool. Yeah, see, they're using it in a use memo dependency array. Pretty sure we're okay. Yeah, it's use callback. Yep, so we're good. And then I don't have to do that scary prevent ESLint, yada, yada. Okay, cool. So use event source. Yeah, is another, whoops. Use event source. Should I just call this hooks? That's what we should do. We're going to just call this hooks. In fact, we'll just call this file hooks. And we can split it up later if we need to. Export. See, we've got actually this miscellaneous that has some hooks in it too. Yeah, we'll leave those there. We'll refactor later. This is going to be use event source. It's a use effect with data. Okay, function, use event source, href string. That's what he calls it, right? An href, yeah. Use state is going to be data. No. You know what? I'm still deciding, but I think I'm starting to be okay with importing in this way. Normally I do import start React, but yeah. Okay, and he returns the data, makes a new event source, and yeah, this formatted funny. Handler. I'm trying, I think that, yeah, okay. Use effect. This is going to be, yeah, basically. Except it's not on message, it's add event listener. I mean, probably both would work just as well. Yeah, I don't think we need to call it handler here because we don't remove event listener, we just close it. So no need to do that. And we don't need to parse that either. It'll just literally be event data. Yeah, okay, and then we return the data. In his example, he doesn't actually even use the data. He just uses that to trigger a revalidate. For us, I think we might use the data. We got to, okay, so taking a step back, I think what we need to do is, so like, we're going to start without worrying about how well this is going to work with thousands of messages in a chat. But eventually we'll want to make sure we don't paint ourselves into a corner, making it really difficult for us to change and not have to load all of the messages every time a message is sent. So the way that he's got it implemented now, any change to the event source will trigger a revalidation for all the users who are currently on the app of all of the data, which will work probably quite well in general, but would probably have scaling issues in the long term. In addition to that, it's not as it works and it's really simple, but it's not as efficient as it could be. Where maybe the event emitter could, instead of telling it to revalidate, it could just say, "Here's the new information that you need," and we just update the UI in place. Big challenges with that. It definitely makes things more complicated. So what we could do is have it revalidate and just make it so that the loader only returns a subset of all of the messages. The challenge is then, like in the future, if somebody decides to edit a message far in the past, I guess that wouldn't matter anyway. We'd revalidate and nothing really would happen. Nothing would change, which is not a big deal. It's just not perfectly efficient. I had another thought, though. What was my thought? Yeah, okay. Anyway, I think that what we can do is the loader will limit we'll have to do some sort of infinite scroll paging thing. And I don't want to skimp on this either. Like, MVP is good, and that's kind of what we're focused on here, but also want to think about, like, what are the challenges that you have in a real world chat scenario. And in real world chat scenarios, you can have thousands of messages, and you can't just load all of those every time there's a change or a new message that is added. It's just a shame that the most efficient thing is also way more complicated. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll get there. We're going to start with this, and then we'll look at optimizing it later. Okay. As far as the events, export const events. Yeah, we'll have a new message. What did he do? Did he do that as a string? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, Darius is here. Hi, Darius. Delivering JSON patches over network for minimal state updates. Yeah, that's the kind of thought that I'm having. That it's just a shame that it makes it way, way harder to implement. Like, it's so much easier to just say, here's all my data, render all my data, and then just blow it all away. So when I get here, I'll look into this. And yeah, here's this so everybody can see. A good generalized solution would prevent hand wiring state updates for everything. Yeah, would be cool if we had something that didn't make it super complex. Like it really explodes in complexity when you have to say, I'm gonna fine tune, like make changes. But we'll get there, and I'll probably do something because that is definitely more real world, and I need this to be a real world sort of thing. So, okay, so we're gonna emit the change to the other users in chat. So what I want to do is I want to make it so I think what Ryan is doing is he's just telling everybody who's in the app right now to go revalidate all their stuff. So he says emit issue changed. Here's the param ID, the issue, or presumably the issue that was changed. And then he doesn't actually use that. Yeah, so this is the event stream resource route. I think he calls it the issues events. So this is that route. And he's literally just taking every event and sending it to everybody who connected to this. I think what I want to do is I'm going to have, actually, no, different idea. I'm going to make a resource route that is parameterized. And so you connect to a specific resource route that it has the same ID as your chat. That's nice. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Nice to have you here, Darius. Always happy when you're here. Okay, so let's make that route. This is going to be events, or let's see. No, yeah, let's just do chats, chat ID, dot event, events. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Except we'll make it TS because there's no UI on this one. Kind of communicate that through the file extension. Okay, so this is a remix loader, and we're going to make an event stream service. I don't know the difference between utils and services yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think this is actually a util. So we're gonna refactor so much stuff when I'm done. Don't worry, so much stuff. Said every well-meaning developer ever. We're probably not gonna refactor anything. We're gonna ship it. Okay, event stream server TS, and just got to get rid of all these lets, except we want to spell const right. See, now I know there's one that can change. Ryan, he and I disagree on let and const. And he has some compelling arguments, but I have not been convinced. Okay, anyway, I'll explain what this does. So that's interesting. He's typing on that. That makes sense. I know I just stick it right there personally, but yeah, send function takes an event. Yeah, I like his way of doing this. This is a lot cleaner. Okay, so we'll skip that. Event stream takes a request and an init, which is called immediately. Well, as soon as the readable stream is created, which may be a next tick of the event loop or something, but effectively immediately. It creates a text encoder, which I don't quite understand. Well, let's see. Text encoder takes a stream of code, points as input, and emits a stream of bytes. So, yeah, cool. String view, a C-like representation. Cool. Anyway, so it uses that encoder to encode the event data strings that are sent as part of the spec for event stream. So you have so the stream remains open, and so like you're just appending text to this stream as it gets sent out. So you're like, boom, send that out, and then that request is still open. And so when you're ready, when the next chat comes in, we're like, okay, so encode some text and send that out. And so if you're watching the request body or the response body, then you will actually see each one of these lines get added as users or as this controller enqueues these encoded pieces of text, so these bytes. Anyway, so the controller, the readable stream controller, will enqueue this stuff. So it just says, okay, readable stream, when you're ready to send the next bit, here's the next bit that I need you to send. And so then it eventually will send it as part of the stream. So whenever we need to send a new event, then that's how we do that with the event and the data. Now, in this case, the data is expected to be a string, so a string of data. So we'll have to serialize it ourselves, which I think is the right approach for this abstraction. I wouldn't want this to be an any and then JSON stringify myself. So I think this is good. Then we get our cleanup function. We did have this closed because if it's already closed, we don't want to close again. I think this is if one user closes and then closes their tab, and then the next user closes their tab, and so we no longer have any readable stream for this particular endpoint. I think that's what this is for. So that way we're not trying to close it twice. I'm thinking that's what's going on here. I'm not positive about that piece, what this scenario would be. This is what happens when you don't write it yourself. Is you don't bump into the problem that you're solving with this. But we may. Request signal, remove event listener. So the signal, this is if the request gets canceled or aborted. So if that request gets aborted, then we will close. That's where that's set up there. And we remove it here to avoid memory leaks. And then we close the controller. Yep. If the request signal is aborted already, so by the time we've created this readable stream, if somewhere between that time and now it's already been aborted, then we'll just go ahead and close it. Yep. Cool. And then we send this response text event stream. That's all platform stuff, folks. There's nothing in here that has anything to do with Remix. So that's neat. Dog's barking. Let me just make sure I am not needed by checking if my wife is home. I'm not getting anything from the doorbell, so. My dog is the queen of false alarms. Okay. Great. So we have that in place. So now with our events, we're going to say return event stream. And here's our request. And then our send function here. Get rid of that nonsense. And you know why I close it and open it up again? It's because when I create a new file, VS Code just decides that it wants to use spaces instead of tabs. And so I need to have a tab in the file when I open it for it to be like, oh, you want tabs in here. Okay. There's probably a way to fix that, but I don't know what it is yet. Whoops. Okay. So pretty much we're just going to send all, send all the messages that we get because we're parameterized already. So only those who care about this particular chat ID are going to be asking for it anyway. So just going to basically do what Ryan is doing here, where we have a handler, message, and send message, and then add an event listener for the event. So handler, message, and it's a string, and send message. And you're complaining because I think send is supposed to take an event first. Yep, that's right. So we want events. Oh, come on. Did I not export events? Where's my chat server thing? Yeah. Oh, I didn't capitalize it. Capitalize what? Uppercase. Okay. Events. New message. Okay, and we need the event emitter, or we need to add a listener to the emitter. Chat emitter. And then that's exactly right. Thank you very much. I'm questioning uppercasing this. I think I want to lowercase this. Yep, I like that better. Alrighty. Sweet. So then in here we'll say chat emitter, emit, and events dot new message, and it's saying params chat ID, and that's fine. We don't actually care. Eventually, I think I'm going to have data about the message, but for now, here to do add change it, or JSON patch. Basically, actually, that's we'll just link to this directly. As the message. All right, sweet. And then down here, we're going to use event source. This will be chats. Here, let's use params, chat ID, invariant chat ID. That should definitely be a thing. That's it. And wait a second. He had another hook, didn't he? Did I bring that hook over? Use revalidator. Yeah, and he just puts that in the use effect, I think. Yeah, so he gets the data, user validator, yeah, and revalidates. Yep. Oh, chat update data. Okay, I think this might actually work. So put this one over there, this one over there. Refresh both of them just to be sure. And hi, real time. Nope, no dice. I messed something up. Let's stick this down here. To do, add dev on it. Oh yeah. Okay, so this get on events is giving us it's canceling. Okay, but this one's pending, so this one's open, I think. Yeah, we should be seeing things stream in here. Okay, so let's come over to our events thing. Let's make sure things are happening the way we expect them to. Yep, here 1, 2, 3, and maybe it gets canceled. Okay, let's try that. So it refreshed both of them. So we're going to have here 1 and 2 as expected. And then sup. We got a here 4. It's interesting that we got a here 1 and 2 again. That is a problem. That's a mistake. That should not happen. But I think I know why it's happening. But here 4 did happen. And it's because we are revalidating this. So that's actually a pretty easy one. Let's see. Yeah, all we need to do is export unstable should. Yeah, it's unstable now. And I don't use it very much, so we're going to have to look at the docs here for this. Should reload. Grab that thing. Okay, and yeah, let's do this. This should never reload. So that's why we were getting those extra logs. So now, if we come back here and say hello, we should not get here 1 and 2, but we did. And we have this get. Oh, you know what? I know why. Interesting. So the reason is that this unstable should reload is for UI routes. You can't do this for non-UI routes. So how do I prevent it from revalidating this? That's an interesting question. I'm actually having lunch with Ryan today, and I'll probably ask him about this particular problem. It's not a big deal. It will still work, and maybe it's actually desirable to re-establish that connection, because I think there's a problem with long-running requests timing out with server-sent events. So maybe this isn't a bad thing, but yeah, certainly interesting. Okay, but here 3 never happens, and so that, here we can get rid of these. We don't need these anymore. Here 3 should happen when there's an event new message, and in here we emit that event new message. So it's unclear to me what to do about this. The other thing that just occurred to me is these users could be in different regions. They could be connected to different servers. And so I'm going to need to have a centralized event emitter. Dang it. I think I'm going to need a separate service, like a server that is just my event emitter server. Dang it. Multi-region makes everything harder. I mean, it won't be that hard. It'll basically just be this and all utilities relating to it, and then a fetch request right here. Or maybe it'll continue to be an event emitter, and then I will just set up a listener on that event to trigger the fetch requests. That's probably what I would do. That way the rest of it can continue to behave like it's a regular event emitter thing, but I don't have to, but I can still do multi-region and have a central server for this. This actually sort of simplifies things too, because I was thinking about this the other day, and if I want to have like presence or as the user's typing, if you want to do that with multi-region, you have to have a table in the database that says this user's currently typing, or like here are all the users currently typing, which, boy, that sounds not fun. But if we do just a second server that manages that for us, then all that can just be in memory. It's fine if all that is cleaned out when the server redeploys. That's no big deal. So, and it shouldn't redeploy very often anyway, because it's not an active development thing, like thing that will develop actively. So anyway, we just need to add a to-do somewhere that says, hey, you need to implement this as a separate service. I'll probably put this here, to do for this to work in multiple regions. We need this event emitter to live. You know what? We could keep it in this app, and then do a fly replay. Yeah, we could do a fly replay. Let's see. Yeah, so what it would be is hold on a second. I think I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, this is our init. Takes a request and a send. That's right. No, that's right. Request and an init. This is our init. And init takes a send. Yeah, okay, that's right. Calls are init, and we return a cleanup. Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, so this is not going to get called. So where the disconnect is this add listener. His is add listener. And we're reusing the event's new message between the event emitter and the event stream, which I think is fine. Aha! He actually just calls it message. And that's because on this side, I'm calling it message, which I think is reasonable. But that's not going to make a difference because this was never called anyway. So the question is, anyway, so earlier I was talking about multi-region. I think that what we could do is, like, we're going to know what the primary region is. So we'll call that one our event emitter region. And so in the handler here, I think we could make our fetch request. Your break is coming up. Begin to come out of flow. I have a break coming up. Anyway, so this could do the no. We don't want to. I didn't want to do a fetch. I wanted to replay, but a replay isn't gonna be what I want either. Oh, hold on. Right now, the way that you do this is replay. So I could just, I mean, actually, the action is a post request. Okay, I've got a lot of thoughts going on. So first of all, today on my website, I have an express middleware that says all post requests go to primary server. And so we do the fly replay thing. So with that architecture, this will only ever run on the primary server, so that would be fine. The only other thing we would have to do is have a little thing here that says, hey, if you're trying to connect to me and I'm not the primary, then actually I want to do a fly replay. So it'd literally just be another line right there. However, with upcoming features, we won't need to do that because we'll be able to write to any region and Fly will just take care of everything. And I'm going to rely on those upcoming features for sure. That said, that does not mean I couldn't just add that one line here and add that one line right here that says, hey, if you're trying to send a message, I need that to be handled by the primary region. And yeah, and it's just one line in both of those places rather than having to change a bunch of things. So that would be nice. Okay, so solve multi-region. I feel good about that solution. Yep. So then my next problem is, why is this event emitter, when I emit this event, not ending up calling my listener? That is the question, which we will test when I get back from my break. See you in 5. Okay, so I'm glad that I figured out how I'm going to do multi-region. That's good. I was really kind of concerned about that. So the benefit of being able to just say one region is my event emitter is that event emitter can actually use global in-memory state for things like user is currently typing and user is online and stuff like that. And I don't have to make a database table for it, which is nice. Okay, all that said, still need to figure out why this event emitter thing is not working like I expect. So I don't really use event emitters all that often. What we're going to do is I'm going to make a temp ignored TS or JS. And we're going to make event emitter. And we're going to make a new event emitter called chat events. And we're going to say chat or emitter dot add listener new message. Here, let's do this. Events new message. Okay, and then we'll have our chat emitter emit you know what, it just occurred to me. The fact that it was calling my event emitter endpoint is not a remix thing. I was doing that. I gotta figure that out here in a bit. Sweet. New message, hello world. That's how I thought it worked. So, why is this not working then? We've got our event emitter, chat emitter, new event emitter. Got our events, and we've got our add listeners happening for sure. Okay, emitting event. Okay, and then over here, let's say adding listener. I think I have an idea of what might be going wrong. So we've added the listener. And we say new. Here's what happened. Removed the listener. And then it emitted. Then it added it, and then it emitted. Boy, it did a bunch of stuff. Okay, I think this will be a lot easier to debug, and it may even fix it if I figure out why it's reloading this. So we go back over here, and this is rerunning. Kind of want to have these logs only happen for the Bob user. But anyway, yeah, this use event source. That's what we needed. That will get rid of the rerun of all that stuff. So, 2. So that's emitting new event new message. And then it finished the post request. And then these are revalidations for the sender of the message, but we never get that event emitted, and I don't know why. I wonder, this would be pretty dumb, but could be. Let's just restart the server. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, huh. Now I'm starting to think maybe I should write a test for this so I don't have to keep swapping back and forth between me and the browser. And a test would be useful anyway. Yeah, let's write a test really quick. I'm going down here. Chat test TS. And we basically, we need insert new user. Oh man, I forgot I had, shoot. Still I'm using the screen thing. Okay, so I'm gonna add this to my task list. Rewrite play or upgrade playwright. Rewrite from testing lib to playwright query or locators. Yep. So we'll do that at some point. Now, do I want to write a new test that uses the old stuff? Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, so just copy all this, paste it there. And we don't need that, but we do want insert new user. See how it's inserting spaces instead of tabs? So I hit save, or Pretty will fix that. I close it, I open it again, and now it's tabs. Okay, so we're gonna insert a new user. User 1 and user 2, and then multi-user chat. I need a way to have multiple pages open. So playwright, yeah, we'll Google this, or here, let's see, multiple context, multiple pages, not sure, pages. Yep, there we go. Okay, and I kind of feel like, yeah, this will work. So we'll say insert new user, add user. We've got login. Yeah, okay. So can I do page 1 login? No, rats. How do I use fixtures maybe I should let's do this. Get a session cookie for user. And it's going to be return type of awaited type of insert new user. I don't care what it is, it's just whatever you get back from that. Whoops, I got those backwards. Okay, and then we need a base URL. I think I could just do slash here. Pretty sure that's what we do in here. On at least it's path. Oh, you know what? Maybe we should do login page. We just turn this whole thing into a utility that you can call separately. And what are you complaining about? Could be undefined, huh? Sure. Okay, that'll work. And then we'll say login page. Why did it capitalize that? No. Did I not export that? Okay, cool. So now we've logged in both pages. Sweet. So we've got page 1, page 2. We're logged in for with both of them, and now await page 1. Go to base URL users user2.username. Okay, sweet. And then interesting, this screen is going to be attached to that page. Yeah, okay, this will be a lot easier if I at least upgrade. Get rid of all this stuff. We don't need this right now. So here's what we're going to do. I think it's 127 npm playwright test latest. Okay, cool. So now I can use page 1 dot get by nice, beautiful. We want to get by role link, or yeah, this will be a button chat. Click on that. This is complaining because, oh right, I gotta turn off the testing library stuff. Okay. So we're going to click on that, and then gonna wait for the page. To have URL, well, and actually we don't need the base URL, I forgot about that. It'll be chats, and I don't know what the chat ID will be actually. So can I do regex? Oops. So some additional stuff. Now we need to get that URL, or actually, no, we don't need to. Page 2, go to users, user 2, username. So go to another user's page and start a chat. Go to your own page and open an existing chat. Okay, and then, yeah, so right now it's just the chat ID, but in the future we'll have the actual user names in there. So get by role, actually it'll be a link, name, we'll say user1.name. Maybe we'll use the usernames, actually. That will make more sense. Okay, and so that means actually I need to go to username here, and where we're showing the chats, we're showing chat IDs. We're actually going to show, and actually up here we need to also select the username. And then down here, we've still got TypeScript issues for some weird reason. Do I have a listify in here? No, I don't, rats. I'll bring that in later. So just be users. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And who knows? Pretty sure that works. Let me just make sure. Yep, chat Cody Bob. And if I look at the accessible name of this, it's going to be chat Cody Bob. So that is correct. So we come back over to our test. We're just looking for the username. That should be sufficient. And then that, and now page 1. Man, can you imagine doing this as Cypress? I mean, I expect it's possible, but I don't know how. But I just feel like it's cool. I have 2 browsers that are running at once. That's pretty neat. I think I might need multiple contexts, actually. Since contexts are isolated, fresh environment, even when multiple tests run in a single browser. I wonder actually if having a single browser context, this is just like opening multiple tabs, and I don't know if I can be authenticated in both of those. I'm not sure. Multiple contexts. Yep, there it is. Multi-user functionality like chat. Yeah, it's exactly what I was supposed to do. Context 1, context 2. There we go. Okay, good. That saved me a little time. Okay, so for page 1, we're going to get by role text box, and do I even have any sort of placeholder for that? I probably should have something. Type a message. I do. Yeah, that actually works. Fill hello, and oops, page 1 text box. Type or press. Is that what it is? Yeah. Enter. Huh. No type safety there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, and then this is a test message. Yeah, test message. We're going to bring in Faker actually. And actually, page 2, get by text. Nope. Test message. To be visible. There we go. Type from page 1. Text, yeah, check the page 2, receive the message. All right, this test is going to fail, but I hope that it only fails on that line. That is the goal. Playwright test trace on, and we want it to run chat. And this is taking a lot longer than expected. I wonder, I can't remember how to get this to show the browser. Okay, timed out after 30 seconds. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I can't find that link. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is our main context, and then I made a different context. And this one goes here, and then it clicks on chat at some point. Yep. And then we get onto the chat. And then the other page goes to here, and it fails to find that chat. So that's all correct. Everything so far. The challenge is it just couldn't find that link. With the user1 username. I think I can't remember, but expanded. No. Yeah. I thought that we go to accessibility, chat Joey9, and here it's looking for role link, name, Joey9, I think the I means ignored case, maybe. But my thinking is this is equal to, so we need to turn that into a regex probably. I thought that it matched partial, but looks like that's not the case. Yeah. "30 seconds might be too long." Okay, here we go. Good. Hey, it crashed, or it broke at the time I expected it to. So right here, that worked. And then over here. Oh, wait, what? This looks like it worked. Wait a second. Oh, because it's inside of here. That's what its problem is. Huh. Okay, so so it's saying it found multiple. Yeah, one in the pre. Yep, that makes sense. So how do you find multiple? See, in testing library, you say get all by. That doesn't work here. Let's just look up the errors. Strict mode, do. I mean, I'm okay having multiples. The point. So selectors. Okay, well, I think we can actually do this instead. We're going to say get by role list item name that. I don't think that's going to work actually. Yeah, these should not be divs. These should be I think I let Copilot write this. Bad me on that review. So then we look at this and its accessible name doesn't have one. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. We need to go find the list item. Could always throw a test ID in there. I'd really like to not do that. Pretty sure there's a way to. Where's main? No, I don't. I want to like scope down the queries and I can't remember. I know that there's a way to do it, but I can't remember how. Yeah, there we go. So if we say get by role list item and then get by text test message, maybe that'll work. That should only match one thing. Try that again. This looks like it's saying it's working though. Holy smokes. We got thunder out there. So something is messed up somewhere. Because if I look at the trace, it definitely looks like it's working. So here's user 1 going through and doing their typing thing, and then it shows up. And then here's user 2. And it shows up. See, in this picture is the user is user 2. So user 1 goes to user 2's profile and hits chat. Then user 2 goes to its own profile and goes to the chat. And then user 1 types in the chat and user 2 gets it. So it's working. In the test, what? Okay. Works. Not when I do it. This is unusual, where it works in the test, but not for me. The test was supposed to help me figure out how to make it work. But the test is telling me it's already working. Okay, let's try this just to make sure. So with playwright, forget that. Let's just do this. Good grief. Okay. So now this should be hitting my own server. Oh, whoops, I messed that up. There we go. It's already in use. Reuse existing server. Okay, so hitting my own server. What? Connection refused. Oh, good grief. 8811. It's going to be the port. Give me one moment, please. Okay. Yeah. Okay, 1 second. My son doesn't have any siblings at home. So he is here by himself, trying to find fun things to do. And then he was outside, and there was thunder, and it scared him. Okay, I think this should work. Nope. Oh, exited early. Ah, good grief. Sleep 60. I don't know. Do. Okay, fine. I'm clearly I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Command, reuse existing, yada yada. Can I do that? What happens if I do that? The file argument must be a type string. What file argument? File?
Welcome back to your task.
Yeah, this is probably not at all what I'm supposed to be seeing. Yep. Yeah, this is probably an error that yeah, okay, so that's not, there's something weird here. I need to look up this reuse existing server nonsense. Oh, I bet I know what's going on. I bet if there's an existing server running on the port, yeah, that's what's going on. So I say port equals 3000, and it's like, oh, there's already a server there, so I'm not going to run the command. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, good. So let's look at what my server log said. So, emitting event. Did I have a log for the part of the code that I wanted to see? Here 3. That's what I wanted to see, but I don't see here 3 anywhere. So how the heck did it work? It should not have worked. It looks like it worked. It worked. But why did it work? It should not have worked. And then it shows up. How does it show up? What happened? Network. We got the post to data root. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. There it is. No, it's right there. Why am I not getting the logs that I'm expecting? See, and then that revalidates everything. What? Yeah, that definitely is happening. So I type in there and I hit enter, and then those are the requests that happen. And then on the other side, when I do this expectation, those are the network requests that were made during the course of me waiting for that expectation to be true. And I'm seeing that post right here. But why did it make that post? The reason it's supposed to make the post is because this data changes. This data, use events source. Yeah, this is great, actually. I like that change. That's good. I don't know. I am at a total loss. But when I run it in the test, it works. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, no idea. Why does it work in the test? That bothers me. The test was supposed to be the thing that I could run over and over again until I got this thing working. And now the test, it works. It does it right. Why? Okay, I don't know. Just for the fun of it, let's try show browsers. No, not in. Running headed. No. Rats. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see where that pops up. It showed up. Didn't it show up? I saw it show up. Okay, Let's try this one more time. And we're going to do a pause so I can muck around. Is it, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. I want to pause here so I can open up the network tab. And we'll pause there so I can look at it for a second. Then we'll pause there and pause there. What? I wanted you to pause. Okay, maybe not pause. Instead of pause, it was supposed to pause. Okay, my son's probably wanting to show me what he built with blocks. I'll be right back. This will be quick. Actually, he found a bug he wanted me to get for him, so. Okay. So yes, instead of pausing, we'll do wait for timeout of 5 seconds. Maybe that'll be long enough. What? It didn't wait. Maybe that page doesn't work and we should do this one instead. Oh, my goodness, I know what's going on. And you all probably were watching and you're like, can't. Don't you know how JavaScript works? Good grief. Oh, man, they went over here. Okay, so here, playwright inspector, that's cool. Yeah, so here's the browser that we're working in. Here's the playwright inspector. That's way better than what I was about to do. We'll pop open the DevTools so we can look at the network tab. Man, this is cool. Hold on a second. What stage are we on? It's showing down here, but I'm pretty sure we're right here. Okay, so play. Great. Yeah, this is totally a mess, but whatever. So here we are. We've hit events. So this is good. That's our event stream. Now we're going to hit play. Here, this is this one too. So we got left, we got right, we've got our playwright inspector. So we hit play, and that, oh look, it's Remy. That's fun. That continues till here. And how far is that supposed to go? Press enter and then pause. And what I wanted to see was that show up, but it's not. And we'll proceed. And it fails that time. Aha! So if I look at it, it's not going to work. I wonder if I let it play through faster, or if it's really just if I'm looking, it won't work. Play, play, play. Yep, no dice. What the devil? That makes no sense. This is not supposed to be this hard. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. We want those to be gone. Hold on. What is my shortcut key for that? I forgot. Okay, one man is asking, did you check the message exists in the sender? Yeah, it definitely does, and that's observable here. So there's the sender. Boom, message exists. Here's the receiver. Boom, message exists. I have no idea what is happening. Huh. That's an interesting idea. One, maybe it is a race condition. The listener is removed. Yeah, I did think that might be the case. And so that's where I added the logs, but let's try this again. So we're refresh here, and then here, and actually pull up the dev tools in both of these, and now refresh. And so we've got the event stream right here and the event stream here. Okay, and all that. It's interesting we got a post. Oh my gosh, that post is happening on page load. We don't want that. I mean, it's not a terrible thing, but yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, this is bogus. I don't like this. Mounted, use ref. is cheating. Not supposed to do this, but I'm going to. So there's no reason to post. It's effectively revalidating as soon as you show up on the page. There we go. That's better. I wondered why there were so many requests right there. Okay, so you do the get, remove listener, new message, adding listener, new message. You know what? I think it might be helpful if some of these logs had user ID require. We're going to require the user anyway. Wouldn't want to have anybody snooping in on when messages are sent, would we? That would not be good. So require user ID. User ID. Here, actually, let's do require user. So we have the user, and I can say their username. Oh, rats. I guess we don't have a require user. Okay, so now I could say user.username. Gonna need to await that. What are you complaining about? Possibly null. Well, that's bogus, but whatever. Okay. Okay, so refresh. Got our event stream. We do the get request for this. Removing listener, new message, Bob. And adding listener. I wonder what would happen if we close that and close that. And now we've removed those listeners. I wonder why that get request happens. Feels like there shouldn't be a get request there. Maybe it's something with the spec. It like sends us some sort of special guess or get to say, hey, go ahead and close this. I don't know. Anyway, get rid of all of those. And now we go for the first time. Oh, rats. Well, whatever. So adding listener for Cody and Bob. I am Cody. Okay. And then we emitted that. And then all of those requests happened. Actually, this emitting happened on this post. The thing that really weirds me out is that the test actually works. So there's something weird going on. Okay, so apparently that did no good. So we can do what we're doing here. Emitting a new event, Cody, and all those requests. Let's It's just not, it's not getting into here. It's not getting into our handler. I don't understand why. I know it works. We've got our chat emitter. We have a listener. New message. This thing works. Okay, let's try another thing. If chat emitter is the same as global.chat emitter, they are the same. They are not the same. Okay, and then we can come over here to, actually no, we want to do it we want to do it here actually. Global chat emitter. Set it up. Just make sure that we're emitting to the right chat emitter. Maybe there's some weirdness. I mean, clearly there's weirdness. Weird. They're not the same. We are emitting to one emitter that is different from the global emitter. So here I say the global emitter is this chat emitter, and that's the one that I'm going to add a listener to. And then over here I say, hey, is the chat emitter I'm about to emit to the same as the one that was set up before? No? What a hunkin' piece of garbage. Why is that happening? So I somehow have multiple emitters. It's actually a while ago I restarted the server, and it's because I thought that might be a problem. Okay, so if we run this, interesting. So they are not the same, and it didn't work this time. Well, I guess that's good. Okay, I'm gonna do one thing just to make things a little more efficient. There we go. Now we only make 2 browser things instead of 3. Okay. They are not the same. What is that even? Why? Why are they not the same? How is that? That's the chat emitter coming from the chat server. And here's the chat emitter coming from the chat server. There is only one chat emitter. I only make one. Is it happening possibly because of the... Yeah, that's probably what's going on. Dang it. I know exactly how to fix this. I'm pretty 100% confident I know exactly what the problem is, and I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't think about it sooner. See this? This nonsense? This is why HMR would be a problem in Remix 2. Or server-side HMR. I think. Maybe it actually would be better. But in any case, every request that we make blows away the require cache. And so we run this again. Ugh, what a pain. So we just need to make sure that we don't make a new emitter if one already was made in the past. So we're going to follow the same pattern we do in here. Oh man, why didn't I think of this earlier? There we go. We solved it. We fixed it. The reason that it sometimes worked is because, I'm not sure actually. I don't know why it sometimes worked in the tests, but this will work now. Might need to restart the server though. It'll work now though. Ah, good grief. Okay, we've got our events. We've got our events. This works now. Gosh, dang it. Ah! Want to see something cool? See how this is spinning forever? I send new message. That's the stream. Just poof, 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 poof. And the data is actually the ID. We don't actually need that for the way it's implemented currently. But anyway, event streams, they're cool. So in review, I should have thought that we are creating an object. Where'd it go? I lost it. Yeah, this thing. We are creating an object in the module, and every request we purge the require cache so that we can get our updated server code. It would be cool if it were smarter and could identify. Here's a cool contribution opportunity for you. Make a module that every time you call it, it will go through the require cache and keep track of all of the modules in the require cache and all of the files associated to those. And then the next time I call it, I want you to go and purge the require cache for anything that changed. But not everything, just anything that changed. Right now, the way Remix does this is it purges the require cache for everything that changed. Or just everything, whether it changed or not. And that would be hugely helpful. Yeah, that would be really cool. So somebody make that. I'll show you what it looks like on my site, because I'm actually, you know what? Even better, Remix. The Express template does this right here. this purge require cache thing. I'll stick this in the Discord. So it just says everything that is in the build directory. Oh shoot, yeah, that won't work because we're just purging the build, like the compiled files. Yeah, rats. That won't work. That's too bad. Okay, well, never mind on that idea. Because what happens is Remix builds it, and then Express Server grabs it, requires it. So that's just going to be like all of the files together. And if you change anything, it's going to change everything in that compiled file. So that's too bad. Oh well. Oh, good grief. Well, there you go. We don't want to not create a new connection, create a new event emitter that we change either. Okay. Well, so let's delete all the nonsense that I did while doing this. We do want to require a user. Oh, actually, not only that, but we want to make sure that they have access to this chat as well. So, has access. Thanks, Copilot. That was pretty close. And let's actually return a new response. Access denied. Status 403. If not has access. There we go. And get rid of this nonsense, and that, and that. We can delete this thing because it actually does work if you're emitting to the same event emitter that you're creating. Oh man, it embarrasses me that it took me that long to figure that out. Gosh dang it. And that. Okay, cool. So now we run the test, all of the tests. Let's just run all the tests, see what happens. And this might send me on a wild goose chase if one of these tests doesn't pass. Oh, okay. Well, at least it's the same test or experience I've been working on. That's interesting. It looks like that's on the wrong page. So page 1, then we make a page 2. Page 1, we go to user 2. Page 2, we go there. Page 1, we get the text box and we fill it in. Huh, that's weird. make this big. It looks like it worked. Expect failed. Your break is coming up. Begin to come out of flow. It just occurred to me that the user who sent the message already revalidates because they sent the message. So we don't need to revalidate that user. Yeah. Well, the thing works, even though the test is not working quite yet. I am going to save this, and we'll optimize. We've got lots of optimization, but working real-time chat. Technically working, mostly working. Something weird with the test. But yeah, we can try it one more time. It's pretty neat. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder why that didn't happen that time. Okay, we got some reliability issues. Gonna have to debug that after a break. Gonna take a bit of a break, and we'll be back, and we'll debug those reliability issues. So, see you in a bit. Okie doke. So, why do we have reliability issues on this? I do not know. Let me just try running the test again. Oh, I know why we're getting this get at the end of all of this. It's because our logs for those requests don't happen until the request is finished. And yeah, when the browser tabs are closed, then the request is finished. And I think it like, I'm not sure why it doesn't show the full milliseconds or the status code sometimes, but yeah, I don't really care. That's not important. So at least that's one problem solved. Also, I want to make sure that this is being cleaned up properly. As you can see, I am Prisma Studio. I am delaying because I don't know what to do. Oops, discard filters. No, it's not cleaned up. The users are deleted, but the chat remains. Interesting. I think that's actually the behavior we want. If the user gets deleted, like let's say you have somebody who is abusive in a chat and then they delete their account. We don't want to delete the chat because we use that as evidence of the abuse or whatever. Or just like for personal records and stuff. So we don't want to delete the chat. But in my testing, probably would be good to delete these test chats. Not all that important right now. Okay. I guess we're going to have to start adding logs back in. Okay. NQ. Okay. So that time it worked. Okay, so this is what a set of working logs looks like. this is what a set of non-working logs looks like. So what's the difference? Emitting a new message event handler called in queue. It is interesting to me that we get that in queue thing called twice. No, that makes sense. We still need to optimize so that the sender doesn't revalidate. We have a console log. With a message received. So that's interesting. We got a message received here. Oh, I know what's going on. Good grief. Man, this is why what's going on is all of this is working. And this bit is also working. That's working. And this is working. The bit that is problematic is this. The chat update data is not chat update data. The message that's sent is the same every time. This data is just the ID of the chat that got updated. So what we need to do instead is, at least for now, with our basic implementation of this, that just says, hey, go revalidate all the data. Eventually we'll maybe do a patch or something. But we need to have this send a different message. Maybe just like a timestamp. Yep, now it'll work every time. And work for both of them. All right, hooray. Good glory. Okay, I'm just embarrassed. I've had a couple of embarrassing things happen where I just should have known. Okay, so now let's figure out why this is not passing. Well, you know what? Before we do that, let's figure out how we can optimize this so we don't have to revalidate every time. Now emit is perfectly happy accepting any. This handler yeah, perfectly happy calling this anything. Yeah, that's any. Really, it should be unknown. There's not really a way to enforce what is being emitted. is new message event or payload. And this is a payload, any pay do. That's basically should we do this optimization now? Just trying to think, maybe now is the time that we just say, hey, just give me the new messages. So what we could do is we just keep in state. Yeah, so our loader would say, right here, it would say the timestamp of the messages, like when the loader was run. And then in state, we can keep track of new messages as they appear, and then we combine those into these messages. Yeah, so all that the messages need is an ID, sender ID, and content. And then we just say time stamp state.now. So then if the app ever revalidates, this is going to work. This is going to be okay. So if the app ever revalidates, then we'll just leave off all of this stuff. Like we can keep it around in memory. I don't care, in that state object. So in here, I have our messages is equal to data chat messages. This will get more challenging when we start deleting and editing, but for now, what we're going to have is what we got from our loader last, and then all changes after a certain timestamp. And then we'll combine those. So yeah, changes is going to be yeah, so this is going to give me back the data. I think I want to do this differently. I think I want to I want to have like a set data or on message. Let's do this. Yeah, sort of. How do you grab that? Event source. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Am I not doing that? Yeah, I am. Oh, it's not a type of. There we go. So this little helper doesn't help a whole lot, but it does manage that for us. So then, use event source. We're going to have event, and we'll have changes. Type would be new, and sender ID, or let's see, this would be a message. Timestamp be a number. Message would be a basically type of messages. And we've got an array of those things. New message change. And then we can have like edit, delete in the future. Yep. Okay, so then in here, we need to have a function is new message change. Stick that there. It's no big deal. Come on. move these up a bit.
Halfway through.
Okay. And we'll say if is, well, we need to, yeah. So this is a message event. But we've got overloads here. So yeah. I don't think that's gonna work. How does this work? Dang. How do I access that? That's too bad. No. I think I already tried that one. Yeah, so the generic, okay. How to access parameters of generic function for TypeScript. Yeah, here we go. Maybe. Might help. Come on, Stack Overflow. You're supposed to be super fast. Oh, okay. Maybe. Oh, that one was the syntax error. Return type foo number. I don't think that's quite what I need. I don't think this is what I need. Nope. Huh. Well, fine. Okay, that ain't that bad. So, I'm gonna try unable to parse event data. Okay, so we've got our change, and okay, cool. So then, relevant changes are those that, yep, exactly. And with that, we no longer need the revalidator stuff. Okay, well, let's see what happens now. Okay, oh, right, that's not going to work because I bet we've got ourselves an error message in here. Unable to parse, yep, because we did not stringify it. Yeah, we've got to send, you know what, we got to move this out. Stick it up here. And I wish that there were a way for me to say, let's see, TypeScript type assertion. But I don't want it to be a runtime. My message needs to be ID string, sender ID string, and content string. And I just need to say see, now that's a type error, so is there a better way to do this? My goal is to ensure that the type we get from Prisma is for the messages is the same as the one we get from the emitted changes. Change. There we go. And then we send along the change. And then over here, we're going to actually do, let's move some of this stuff around a bit. Let's stick this in here. Okay, so then this can come from there. There we go. That's better. So I made that change because I don't want to wrap this in a try catch. This message really means unable to parse the event data. It would be confusing if the React were to throw an error and we caught it here. That would not be good. And the reason I had to move this if statement inside of set changes is because, honestly, because of TypeScript. Because TypeScript has no good way of knowing that you don't reassign change between the time that you assign it and the time that the callback was called, or between the time that you checked it and when the callback is called. So there you go. So this works just fine. It'll be a no op if we return changes. So okay, I think I've gotten everything. Yep. Here we go. Okay. So we are closing and opening event sources. I think I know why. This on message isn't memoized. And I don't think I should have to do that. Yeah. So we're going to say use latest ref. Nope. Your break is coming up. Begin to count out a flow. Sweet work. Now enjoy a break. Give your eyes a rest. Mm-hmm. There we go. Supposed to be taking a break, but I think we are there now. Not quite. We didn't reestablish the events though. Oh, hey, that's cool. I wonder why it wasn't showing this UI before. Did I not refresh this? Maybe that's why that didn't work. There we go. So we are getting something in the event stream. So that's good. It's just not feeding into our UI properly for some reason. Yeah, okay. Gonna take the break. Yeah, and then I'll be back for just a couple minutes because I gotta go pretty soon. So, see you after the break. Okay. So we are getting those into the client, so there's just some client-side logic that's messed up. Unknown changed. Change. Cannot process change. There we go. Huh. I need to see the rest of that. Yeah, so that is the right stuff. Okay, well, let's just stick a debugger. Well, no, it's just, this is it. So, debugger. Okay, good. Gonna need more room here. Change. That all looks good. Continue to here. Well, that's unexpected. Okay, so we've got our changes. We've got our change. Is new message change? And it is. Okay, that's good to know. Should have looked at this earlier. Okay. Oh my word. Holy smokes. I know what's going on. We're not using messages, we're using data chat messages. Ah, good grief. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, here we go. Boom, there it is. And without the need to revalidate everything, we just send it as part of the body. Now, we may still have a change where we just say, hey, you know what, let's just revalidate the whole thing, because maybe somebody sends a really long message. So let's learn about server, event stream size limits. HTTP event stream size limit. Yep, I'm aware. That's acceptable. Well, okay, we'll deal with this problem if it ever occurs for us. For now, we'll just be good with this. So, yeah, this is cool. Let's see what happens if I run this. And I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, so that's busted. Didn't work. But just got a suggestion from Woodman. Can limit the length of the message. Probably a good idea anyway. So yeah, good point. I'll just limit the length of message. Cool. So yeah, this didn't work. Yeah, huh. With same failures before. I'm not sure why this one goes away. Should probably make an assertion on that. Both of them though. So let's try that again. Huh, we're getting events to this through. That is unexpected. Shouldn't be getting an event to this one when I'm running the tests. Maybe. Okay. Let's play through. Let's turn that off. Okay. Okay, these are good. And then I'm going to run the tests and make sure I am not getting events because it's a different chat. So, yep, that's not good. Right there, that is not supposed to happen at all. And I know what's going on. So I might have said, here's how you subscribe to it, but I don't limit it. Oh, and yeah, I don't limit this to only send events that are for the specific chat ID that I'm sending. So yeah, the event emitter is going to send it for all events, and my handler needs to filter out just the ones that are for the chat I'm looking at. So it only sends to the ones for the chat that I'm looking at. So, yeah. So here, we're going to emit we're going to call this payload. It's going to have change and chat ID. We'll have a type will be chat ID. Yeah, the ID will be our params chat ID. Or yeah, I'm all over the place. String. And then here, type chat ID and change. So this is our event payload. And then our chat emitter, we're going to have is, you know what, I'm getting overboard here. Yeah, we're over abstracting here. All I need is that. In fact, this is all I really need. Let's go back. OneMin is suggesting using a unique event type new message plus chat ID. So like I did think about that. So having this add listener be events.newMessage plus chat ID. I like that better. You're right. It is better. Undo all this nonsense. That way it doesn't even get over somewhere else. Let the chat emitter handle getting it to the right subscribers. Oops. Yep, that's even better. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, so with that, then we do still have that console log, and this is still open. That's still open. Kablooey. Okay. The stream is not in a state that permits in queue. Oh, because I didn't fix this. Event type. Also, that colon might be a problem. I don't know. I wouldn't expect it to be, but maybe. Huh. Yeah, this is strange. So we're definitely getting here, I think. Sending message. Huh. Yeah, that's not where it is. Man, I wish the stack trace were correct. See, in here it has nothing to do with the event emitter, so I'm surprised that broke. What else did I change? Event emitter handler. So it's when I call send is when it blows up. I think, but it didn't console log for me. Maybe, oh, you know what? I think I just need to restart the server, maybe. I don't know, that sounds wrong. Okay, that worked. Just needed to reboot the server because the event emitter changed in some way. Whoops. Sweet, so we got our event stream. Now, what's interesting is when we send a message, we're revalidating everything. And we could do that. And maybe that'd be okay. Or we could implement should revalidate or should reload or whatever. I'd rather not. I would rather not do that. So we'll just leave it as it is. Okay, so let's try the test now. See our logs. Okay, it exploded. I wish that this were better labeled. I don't know which browser I'm looking at. Yeah, so this is the one that revalidated. Interesting. So the second one, this is, I'm looking at somebody else's user account. Otherwise, it would show me a logout button. Man, I wish that it would, I wish this was better. So the first to be visible, that's page 1. That's the one that sent the message. The second to be visible is page 2, the one that should have gotten the event stream, but did not. Why are we getting new page calls twice in a row? User 1 goes to user 2's page and clicks on chat. Can I check that both pages are on the same chat ID? Yes. Yeah, they are. Right there. Then page 2 goes to its own page and clicks the chat. That's what gets them on the same chat. Then page 1 will type in, and I wish that this showed the typing in, but it does not. It does show it here, but not in those screenshots, which is really annoying. And we verify it's empty, and then that the message shows up. And then we verify that it shows up in the other browser also, but it does not. After 5 seconds. It certainly should within 5 seconds. But let's just try 10 for kicks. Yeah, it's never coming. Make a new page, log in with the cookies, then go to user 2, click on chat, get to the chat that was just created. Then other page goes to its own profile, clicks on the chat, and now we're here. And now the other page decides to type in, sends a message, make sure that the thing is empty, and then that the chat thing shows up. And then after 10 seconds, it still hasn't shown up in the other person's And the logs show going there. This is creating the chat. And then we get, we revalidate because that new thing was created. Then the second browser goes to that page, clicks the link for the chat. It doesn't need to revalidate root, but it revalidates for chats and chat ID. And then page 1 sends the message, and it gets saved in the database and yada yada. That gets emitted, and then user 1 revalidates. So there's nothing, the entire event emitter server sent events could be non-functional, and we'd see this behavior because we have revalidation. So there is something strange afoot. Except we get this sending message thing. Definitely gets through here, gets to send message, and it probably gets enqueued. Man, what a pain. And I have no idea how to test this. Try to do the wait inside the expect. It definitely is waiting for that. And this is how you do this with Playwright, is you do the await on the expect, because this is just basically instructions to tell it how to find something, and so expect is going to take those instructions, go find it, and do that assertion, and it'll keep doing that until it times out. So expect is the thing we want to wait for. Yeah, I'm totally lost, but I'll tell you what, if I can manually run through the, yeah, if I can manually run through this test, then I'm going to say that it's good. So we're going to quit that. We're going to go to localhost. We're going to log in as a new user, Jill. Oh, new here, yeah. And over here, we're going to log out and log in as Matt. Oh, new here. Matt. Here, let's take care of Jill first. Jill. Cool. And then for Matt, and then we'll go to Jill. No, users, Jill. And chat. So Matt has created a chat. Jill now has a chat. And Jill says, "You rang, send," and it works. Sure did. It works. Hooray. So this is really cool actually, because when you receive a message, we just append the change, but when you send a message, we revalidate everything, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm happy with the way this is implemented. I'm disappointed that the tests aren't working. Disappointed but not dismayed. So we're just going to go with this. Optimal chat updates working. So still not perfectly optimal because the user who sends the message is revalidating everything, but I kind of feel like that's a pretty good trade-off. So we're going to call this job done. I'm going to delete this. And yeah, I actually feel pretty good about the way this is implemented. Pretty embarrassed about a couple of the silly mistakes I made, but yeah, this is a good implementation. Yeah. So I'm going to take off. Thanks, everybody. We will see you in the future. Yeah, what am I going to work on next? I'm not sure. We'll find out. But I am going to check this off. Real-time chat works. Thanks, everybody. Bye.